Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Street Champs. Quick shout out to our sponsors, Rocky Mountain Blaze. Anything I'm smoking on tonight, I'm smoking Rocky Mountain Blaze. Mention Street Champs at Rocky Mountain Blaze and get 5% off your entire order. Yeah. All right, tonight we got Thravi in the building.
What up, what up?
Hell yeah, bro. How you doing?
Good, good.
Fuck yeah, man. Excited to have you here.
Hell yeah, I've been wanting to do this. Like I told you before, even before this interview, I kind of really just support what you're doing for the city. You know, ain't nobody really interviewing nobody or... You know what I'm saying? It's cool to see all the faces in the town that are making music, because I like some of the people that you're recording. I've never really touched base with them kind of people, but it's cool seeing different walks of life. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
We're all just chasing the same dreams. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, bro. Hell yeah. That's
Hell yeah.
Fucking much love. Yeah, man. I feel like Pueblo has lots of talent, and we're just instead of fighting, we just gotta build each other up.
Hell yeah.
You know,
I feel the same way.
Exactly. That's what Atlanta and like New York and shit people do.
Yeah.
We gotta follow their lead.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent here, bro.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. So, Thravi, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Hell yeah. Shit. Well, I just a lot of people know me in this city, but I've been trying to touch base with different people out of state. You know what I'm saying? But I barely started doing music I would say about 6 months ago, and because my brother really been doing it for a long time, since he was like 14. And I'm actually the one that got him into it, because me and my old friends from middle school, we used to fuck around and freestyle and shit, but we would never do like some serious shit, just like some funny shit, you know? Mm-hmm. And one day, me and my homie Juan, we were freestyling and shit, and I was like, Fett, like, come on. That's what I call my brother, Fett. And I was like, come on, fool, start freestyling, you know? And he started doing it. I was like, damn, well, this was pretty good. And he started writing this shit, and then like I remember he dropped this song on SoundCloud, When the Sun Goes Down, and like that shit blew up. Like the city was fucking with that, and ever since then he's been writing music and shit. But like I said before, there was this time when I just wrote some shit because I just wanted to do it, and I showed my homies. I showed my homie Prophet and Blowcane, and they're like, damn, fool, you should record this shit. And then recording it, we're doing a video and shit, and like I posted on Half Pint Films. And it got about like 13,000 views in like a week or something, you know?
Fuck yeah.
But I ended up taking it off just for legal purposes. But then from there, I started taking the craft a little bit more serious, you know? Mm-hmm. So, but other than that, I'm just a kid from Pueblo, you know what I mean? And I've been trying to just get shit rolling for Pueblo too, you know what I mean? So, but
hell yeah, it's very noble, man. I feel like that's a good cause.
Hell yeah.
So you're born in Pueblo?
Yeah, I'm born and raised here.
Hell yeah. How old are you?
21.
21?
Yeah.
For sure. What side of town?
So most of my family were all West Siders, but I grew up on the South Side. I'm a project baby. I grew up straight in the projects. I was in the projects from probably the age of like 8 all the way to like 16. So I'm a project baby, Southsider.
Describe the Pueblo projects, because most people are going to be like, what is that?
Oh yeah, well, so if you go to the Boys and Girls Club off of Prairie, it's like those new homes that are getting built. So those are all the new homes. Those are the new projects, which is way nicer than what we had it. I mean, people probably know, but the old projects is literally, we called it the bricks, because it's just bricks. You know what I mean? It's buildings built of brick, and you could tell it's just like some Section 8 shit. You know what I mean? But the projects is just really people who that's like their last option to go. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't have nowhere else to live because it's the cheapest. And you know, it was pretty rough growing up there. I mean, you know, there's just a lot of drug addicts, a lot of crime going on there. But shit, I loved it. I just embraced what we had, you know. Mm-hmm. Shit, I think that shit made me. You know what I mean? So, definitely. But projects is definitely like the lower class part of town. But I love that place. Every time it's kind of breaks my heart a little bit driving by there and not seeing what we grew up in. You know what I mean? It's all new now. So, but it's just still the same ass people there. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the projects.
Yeah. Wow. You know, I feel like most people are going to be so separated from that idea. Like, they're going to be like, what the hell is a project? You know, in Pueblo, you know, most people are so stuck in their own little lives. They can't even.
Oh yeah, and then like that's the thing, bro. Is like, is people don't even like to see other walks of life, like their perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always been that way. My mama taught me always never to judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? And to always just see how people are coming from their side. You know? Because sometimes them kind of like the richer people they're not meaning to be rude, but that's just how they was raised, you know. And they hear the way we talk, the way we walk, and it's just totally different. And that's the same way with us, is we think they're just stuck up, but that's just the way they are, you know. So we just gotta kind of embrace each other, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally, man. When did you start making music?
So about like 6 months ago I started making music. I ain't gonna lie, when I first started I was complete ass, and like I mean, people might have thought it was good, but now that I'm really taking it serious, and if you listen to my first song to now my last song, you're gonna be like, yeah, he's like a totally different artist. Like he got the cadence is different, the flow's different, you know what I mean? He rides the beat better, the message is better, you know what I mean? He don't be saying repetitive shit, you know, just shit like that. So, but yeah, I started about 6 months ago.
Wow, hell yeah! So you've had a fast come up.
Oh yeah. It's kind of crazy to me, you know what I mean? Cause I didn't think I was gonna get the support I get, cause and I think that's like, even with my homie Go Getter.
Shout out Go Getter.
Yeah, shout out Go Getter. That's my homie. You know what I mean? Oh, sorry, she got all scared. But yeah, Go Getter's my homie. And even with him, he felt like he wasn't gonna get the support. But the thing about me is, like, if I have the light on me and I have the people that are supporting me, why not try to get them to support somebody that I love? You know what I'm saying? And with Go Getter, he rapped some shit to me, bro. And I was like, bro, this shit is good as fuck. I was like, let me hop on this. And he was like, for real? He's like, I ain't never been to a studio or nothing. I was like, we're going, fool. And we ended up going, and since then, it's just me and that fool's been locked in. Like, every song he shows me, I'm like, let me hop on that. And sometimes he's like, bro, this is some personal shit. I'm just like, oh, all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, but.
Hell yeah, man. Wow. So describe growing up a little bit, because you haven't been making music for that long. So,
yeah.
You know, describe your childhood.
Yeah, my childhood, it's kind of rough. Like, you know, I really don't talk about it a lot, but it's good to talk about it. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people relate to what I went through. I was just a kid from the projects, but you know, like, we was always poor, bro, and to be quite frank, my mom and my dad were hooked on drugs my whole life, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? My mom's clean now. She's 6 years clean, but growing up, my dad was on Percocets and crack. And he just did that shit his whole life. I mean, he fucking caused out for us, bro. Like, just anything we got, he stole, pawned it, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then just like, even just like the little bit of food stamps we would get, he would sell that shit. But it's just like we went through that a lot. And growing up, we didn't have a lot, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, fucking me and my brother, we shared we had 2 outfits for school. And me and him would share both the outfits. He would wear an outfit on Monday, and then I would wear the outfit on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? And we did that every other day. And I know we never had a car. Like, growing up, we never had a car. We walked everywhere. And yeah, but my childhood was pretty much, it was rough growing up in the project. But shit, hey, we made it what we could be. You know what I mean? Like, all the neighborhood kids, we played football, and we were just out all day. You know what I mean? Because our parents didn't really give a fuck what we were doing. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, eventually we ended up getting evicted from the projects. So we had nowhere to go. Oh, wow. Actually, me and my mom, actually, she went to rehab. Oh, wow. And because she got caught up doing some stupid shit. And my dad was actually in prison. So me and my brother had nowhere to go. And my brother is actually homeless by himself with my cousin. My cousin Kenny. And they were homeless, and they were just sleeping wherever. But luckily for me, I had my uncle, my mom's brother. He took me in, and he kind of raised me for about like 2 years, 3 years, and it kind of put my head on straight. You know what I mean? And I was thankful I had that. And that was really the only time I didn't have a connection with my brothers, because he was homeless at the age of 13 to 16, you know? Wow. And I didn't really have no contact with them. I mean, I would talk to him, but it was just different, you know, because I was with my uncle and my cousins, and they had me in football. I was doing football, but my brother was thugging it, you know what I mean? And, like, now that I think about it, it's like, it's fucked up that I wasn't there for him, you know what I mean? But me and my brother, that's the closest person I have to me. And then since then, my mom ended up getting out, and then she got a house, and it was actually right over here on Bragdon. And then my dad got out of prison, and he came back, and he got her back on drugs. So we ended up getting evicted from that house, and then I've just been on my own ever since, just pretty much paying rent wherever I could find a roommate at. You know what I mean? Just being so young, I didn't have no job experience. I didn't have nowhere to go. So I hustled out here in the streets, and then find a little whatever jobs I could work. And then ever since, I mean, I'm only 21. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've been on my own since I was 13 years old. You know what I mean? And wow. even at that, like, I didn't really have parents. But my mom did what she could. And then my sister was a really big help. Like, we never really had clothes or nothing, you know what I'm saying? So when tax season would come, she has 5 kids. And when tax season would come, she would buy us some clothes, you know what I mean? And that's really the only thing we would ever get. But shout out to my sister for that, you know what I mean? We probably wouldn't have shit without her. But yeah, but ever since then, I just been on my own, and I have 2 kids of my own. And,
congratulations! How old are they?
One's 4 years old. I had her at the age of 14.
Wow.
Yeah, and then my youngest one, he's 15 months, and you know, I'm just trying to be there for them and give my son and my daughter the shit I never had. Mm-hmm. Even just being a parent, you know what I mean? Because materialistic shit don't matter.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
being present in their lives.
Yeah, just being there for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Damn, that's very commendable, man. Where are your parents now?
So my mom, she works now, and she's clean, and she's doing what she has to in life. Mm-hmm. She finally is the woman she needs to be. You know, she's a very great grandmother. She's so good to my daughter. Like, my daughter don't even like seeing me. You know what I mean? I want to go to grandma's, you know?
Grandma's girl, yeah.
Yep. But she's a very good grandma now, and, like, I love her. And my dad, he's still a piece of shit. Like, I actually beat him up a couple weeks ago because he stole from my mom's house. He broke into her house and stole her shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's you know, there's just some people that you can't help. You know, that's what they'll be for the rest of their lives.
Wow. And
I've tried to help him plenty of times, and I'm just done with it, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's where he's at now, and he's just on the streets. He's you know what I mean? He's just a lost cause.
Wow. Yeah. So, you really credit your uncle for, like you said, putting your head on straight.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. My uncle, we call him Kiki, but his real name is John. But yeah, he was always that uncle that you fear, you know, like that one your mama says, like, "Hey, I'm gonna call your uncle, boy, beat your ass if you don't act right," you know. And he was always that. I've always feared him, but once he took me in, like, it was a different kind of love that I had for him, because I ain't never had nobody like that, you know. Mm-hmm. And it was just so crazy. It was so crazy just having a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you know, every day. And wow. It was, you know what I mean? Because we never had that. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, we got our food stamps and shit, but that shit only lasted 10 days. You know what I mean? So when his wife, Nancy Bernadine, mm-hmm. she would actually buy me school clothes and shit. And it was just like, it was weird. Wow, yeah. For them to do that for me, you know, like, it was just crazy. Mm-hmm. And then they actually got me a job at the fair when I was like 15 years old. Wow. And they taught me how to get it on my own, not just give it to me, you know. And ever since then, like, I mean, I really don't have close contact with them more, because, like, you know, everybody lives their lives and we're just completely separated right now. But every time I see them, the love is always there, you know.
Oh yeah. Wow, man, that's powerful. You know, do they have any kids of their own?
Yeah, actually,
they have kids of their own too. Wow.
Yeah, they have 2 sons and a daughter.
Wow.
3 sons and 2 sons and a daughter. Wow. And that's how I actually went over there, because I'm really close with my cousins. Mm-hmm. And I call my cousin John because you know, I just broke down to him because we was just at the house with nothing, and my mom was out doing drugs, my dad was out doing drugs, and I just had to hit him up, and I was like, "What's up, cousin? Can I chill with you?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I went over there, and then, you know, my uncle seen that I was crying and shit, and he's like, "What's wrong?" And I broke down and told him, and he's like, "Nah, fuck that. You're coming with me," you know. And the whole reason why my brother didn't go with him was because my brother was kind of wilding out, mm-hmm. you know, and I don't think he was gonna listen to his rules because he's one of those guys that are strict, you know. So I agreed with it. So
your brother's older than you?
No, we're twins, identical twins.
Oh, you guys are identical twins.
Born on the same day.
Oh wow.
3 minutes apart.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys look exactly alike?
Exactly like I just got face tattoos.
And he doesn't?
Nope.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, I could see how that could kind of form a wedge in between you guys, being the exact same age, exact same day, but your uncle only took you in.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and it's not like he said no, only you could come, but it's just like he's not gonna put up with the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, because he has a family to take care of and he has kids to take care of. You know, so he's not gonna jeopardize that over somebody who don't want to act right. You know.
Wow, man. You know, that's a crazy story. I never heard anything like that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's crazy because you know, like that's the story of me and thousands of kids. You know, even right now, kids in the project right now. I mean, it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, and you know, most people, they can't even relate. You know, like we said earlier, most people are just stuck in their day to day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard getting people to relate unless they live it. You know. But one of these days, I really want to take somebody from the high class over there and show them how it is. You know, just to show them. But you can't even do that with some people.
Yeah, I mean, take a video. You know.
Yeah.
Put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a really good learning experience for most people in Pueblo.
Yeah, and that's the thing, bro. Is like with this music shit. I promise you, if I blow up and get some good money off of this, I mean, the goal is not to get money, but if I do, I'm bringing it back to the hood, you know. And all those kids that are playing right now, I promise you, they're gonna have bikes. They're gonna, you know, they're gonna have Christmas presents, and I'll do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll get back to the hood.
Hell yeah, man. That's a good mindset. I love that.
Hell yeah.
Most people aren't thinking that. Yeah,
like that's the thing, bro. Is like of course I like materialistic shit. I mean, who don't? You know, but I was once that kid that didn't have none, you know? And I think little shit like that will make the world.
Definitely. Yeah. I couldn't imagine, you know, sharing the same outfit with my brother the same fucking for a week straight, man. Like,
and it's like crazy, bro, because like me and my brother bumped heads a lot. But it's just because when you're stuck in that kind of environment, it's just all pain and anger, you know? And the only ones we really released that shit on was each other. I mean, my brother fought a lot when we were kids, but that shit made us closer, you know?
Wow, man. Yeah. What's your brother's name?
My brother's name, his artist name is Blowcane.
Blowcane.
Yep. He's actually blowing up in the scene. Like,
I've heard of him.
Yeah. And then his real name is Perfecto. Perfect with no.
Damn, that's a fire name.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. I tell people our names and they're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, when you told me your real name, I was like, you're lying to me.
Yeah, that's my real name.
That's fire.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, my real name's Deryk. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
That's sick. So who were some of your musical inspirations growing up? Who were you listening to?
So my music, like, so growing up, I would have to say like it was a lot of Chicano rap, because that's what my dad was listening to. He used to have these CDs called Pocos Pero Locos, and it was just like just like Lucky Luciano, S.A. Daz, just Little Rob, just all kinds of shit, SPM. You know what I mean? We kind of grew up on that, and then a lot of reggae too. Cause like me, I'm a big music fan, so a lot of reggae and just shit like that. But I really don't have artists that I could say I fuck with like 100% because I just fuck with music in general. You know what I'm saying? So, but altogether, the kind of music that I like is the kind of the music I make. You know what I mean? Like but my inspiration definitely comes from that kind of background of rap. You know what I mean?
How would you describe your music?
My music is definitely it has a message, you know, and it's usually about my life or the life I'm living, you know, and a lot of it is some gangbanging shit too, but that's just because that's who I am, and I don't hide that from no one, you know. You
still gangbanging?
Yeah, I'm active.
You're still active?
Yeah.
What gang do you claim?
I'm a Juarito. We say Juarez, you know, wicked Juarez gang, and that's from the where it came from is Alamosa. The homies is really like a family, you know.
Mm-hmm. So you've been on since you were 14?
Yeah, about like 13.
13?
Yeah.
Wow. What was that like? What is it like getting put on at 13?
Like the biggest, it's kind of like a celebration,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because the whole time you're wondering like when are the homies gonna put me on,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then when they finally do, it's like you're like unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
he's legit now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you get put on. That's like one of the best days of your life.
What does putting someone on entail? Are they like trying to knock you out?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because the thing about it is making you a soldier. So they want to make sure that you can handle if some busters roll up on you, if the other neighborhood rolls up on you, and you can handle that and take it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you got to make sure you're strong enough for it.
Wow. Were you one of the younger guys in the set at that point?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The neighborhood that I'm from is a lot of older homies,
Mm-hmm.
and I keep in touch with a lot of older homies.
Mm-hmm.
But I really, growing up from like the age of 13 to like 17, I was really trying to just recruit a lot of homies like for to come be a J with me, homie. You know,
A what?
be a J, because
Be a
that's what we're J's. We
Oh,
throw
okay.
up J's for Guaritos.
Oh.
I was like, be a J with me, fool.
Mhm.
You know, but the thing about it is the gangs my hood is not from Pueblo,
Mm.
so it's hard to recruit somebody Pueblo fools that are not from Alamosa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But most of the homies from Pueblo are either from Bessemer or they're Dukes. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Juaritos, that's what it's called?
Yeah.
Are they their color is blue?
Yeah, we're Sureños.
Sureños? Okay.
Yeah, just like Go Get It and SS Silent.
Okay. Yeah. Is there any beef in Pueblo with any of those other rival gangs?
No, not really. I mean, I beef with a couple of they're called West Side United Crips, but there's some solid homies. There's a couple solid homies in that little clique, but other than that, I beef with a lot of them homies.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? Looking back on it, do you think it was a mistake to join, or would you have not changed anything?
I probably wouldn't have changed nothing because that's what made me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm proud of where I'm from. I'm proud to be a Southern soldier, you know, because where we're from, that's really all we have,
Really?
and that's our image, you know,
Mm-hmm.
for Southern Colorado. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And no, I wouldn't change nothing.
Really? Wow. You have a wife or a girlfriend, or
Yeah, I have a girlfriend.
you have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
When did you meet her?
Actually, I met her when I was like 16, 15. Yeah.
So you were already in your clique by then.
Yeah.
Is she in the clique, or is she
Nah.
affiliated?
Nah, she's not affiliated.
For sure.
Actually, we did the crazy thing. She lives in this place called Dog Patch,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the enemy's territory.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I'd always have to drive by there and just see some of the enemies, but they ain't never shake none. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's got to be tough. Like going to see your lady, and like you're just going there to chill, and then you fucking got to drive by.
Yeah,
Like the
then
ops every single day.
yeah, and like
that's fucking.
your Dog Patch is kind of like it's a little active out there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Could you explain dog patches for people that like don't know a little bit?
Yeah. So Dog Patches is the territory for the gang called Aces. They're East Side Aces.
Mm-hmm.
And then right over the tracks, probably like 3-4 blocks, is East Side Dukes, and they're called Los Canales. And them, they beef with each other. They've been beefing forever. But Los Canales Dukes, they're Sureños, so the Aces would always be dissing on the Sureños, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all Sureños, so once you diss one of us, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of just gotta get it from all of us, you know.
For sure. Yeah. Wow. So they're beefing just 3 blocks of separation.
Oh
makes
yeah,
them beef.
yeah. I mean, that beef will never die down. Like
Wow.
that beef's been here since before I was born. You know.
Why?
So I cannot tell you. That's just something that only the older homies know. You know.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You know, I'm unaffiliated. You know, so
Yeah.
I don't. This is all new things to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, man, that's crazy. No, that's aside from all that. So you're still talking about that in your music.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The biggest thing is I really don't diss Aces. Because I mean, yeah, we don't get along, but my main enemy is Norteños, you know, and they're Northerners and we're Southerners, and well, our cause is different from their cause, you know.
What's your cause?
Our cause is you know, just they went against the grain back in the day. They went against what we started. So just for that, they got to get out of the way. You know what I'm saying?
What is you know, what's the Sureños pushing to youth, or like in general? What's their
Sureños, like back in the day in prison, it was just to protect our people, you know. And from my understanding, is what my older homies told me, you know. And Sureños, we're organized, you know. Everything in prison is organized. You know what I'm saying? We're not like, I don't mean to be racist or nothing, but we're not like the colored people, because they're wild, you know. They go against each other, and the thing about Mexicans is we run a tight ship, you know. And when you go to jail, Sureños, they run shit, you know what I mean? So you gotta watch where you go certain places at a certain time. The whole yard, if you're a Sureño, the whole yard, we have to do burpees together. You know, you do 113 burpees together, and everything's like a tight ship. You know, if you got to bag the trash. What we call bag the trash is if a buster comes in, or a child molester or something like that walks into the pod, you know, the youngest homies or any homie, they have to handle that. You know, whether it's risking your good time or going to the hole. You know what I mean?
So you've been locked up.
Yeah.
How much time have you done?
So when I was 13, I had some beef with some older homies, and they see me at the bar.
At 13?
Yeah. Wow. Well, I wasn't at the bar, but I was just driving by, and I was actually parking at Little Caesars. It's right here next to I think it's called the Pixie, or not the Pixie. I forgot what bar it's called, but I seen him, and I was like, fuck, I already knew, you know. And this homie like backed his truck, and he had like 4 or 5 homies, and I was like, hey homie, I ain't getting out, so I'm about to run you over, you know. And he's like, you won't do it. And I backed my car into his shit, and I ended up getting in trouble for that. Somebody called the cops on me and shit, you know. So I ended up getting reckless driving and all kinds of other shit, you know what I'm saying. And then from then I had warrants already, because I didn't go to court. Truancy court, I had warrants for truancy. I never went to school. And then one of my homies, he had just got out on parole from youth offenders, and he had a gun on him, and I was like, fuck that, that's my gun, you know. So I took the rap for him. I won't say his name, he knows who he is, but I took the rap for him, and I barely just got off papers from that about a year ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
From when you were 13?
From when I think I was like 16 at that time.
Shit.
But
5 years.
Yeah, so I took the rap for him, because if he would have got caught with that, he would have went to prison, and he would have went to big prison. He would have went to the big boy yard, you know.
Yeah. As a young man, as he was 16 as well.
I think he was about like 17 or 18, but he was about to turn 18 like that month.
Oh wow.
So he would have went to prison.
Wow.
So I took the rap for him, and then when I was around, and then I went to the Denver Bronco game one day, and we got pulled over, and I was like, fuck. We were on the highway. There ain't nowhere to go. So I just told my homie, I was like, hey, I'm going to jail. And they took me to jail. I went to this facility in Aurora, Colorado, called The Foot. I ended up getting in there, and that's enemy lines. You know what I mean? There is no homies there. I mean, there probably was, but as soon as I walked in, they asked me if I gangbanged and shit, and I told them what's up, you know? And the thing about it is...
Who asked you?
They're not Norteños, but they're NSMs. They're called Northside Mafias. And they don't say they're homies, but they rep the N and they wear red, you know. So off the bat, I was like, shit, what's up, homie? I threw up my set. I told them what was good. Like, if you folks want to do whatever you want to do, let's get it going, you know. And they're like, no, you're good. Just mind your business. And I was like, cool. Well, anyways, I ended up wanting to go call my mom, because nobody knew I was locked up. So I went to go call my mom. And as I was calling her, I got jumped by like 4 or 5 of them. And I got jumped. They broke it up, and they bounced me to another pod. and they bounced me to another pod. Not that I checked in, but
What does that mean?
So check-in is like when they bitch you up and tell you got to leave.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't check in. They just moved me because shit would have just kept popping off, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up going to another pod. And this pod was full of colored homies. And they were Crips.
Mm-hmm.
And everything was cool. But, you know, after a while, they just start kind of trying to get at you, you know?
Because you're Mexican.
Yeah, just because. Yeah, not only that, but like, you know, they just think that they're running shit.
Really?
So they were like, hey, fool, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I'm not that type of person to do that shit too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up fighting this one homie, and me and him were fighting for a minute because we had a cell together.
Oh, wow.
And me and him were fighting for a minute. And I ended up getting the better of him. And he ended up like starting to kick the door. And so they came and brought him out. And then it was crazy. They kept me in that pod. And I told him, I was like, shit's still probably going to pop off because he has homies in here. So, but, excuse me.
That's cool.
But, next thing you know, it was kind of crazy. Two homies, Sureños, I think they're from Aleph, La Familia. That's their clique. And they came in. And I was like, you fools are homies? And they're like, yeah, that's the first time I heard of that audio, you know?
NF.
Yeah, no, it's Aleph.
Aleph.
Yeah, La
Okay.
Familia. And that's the first time I heard of that clique. And I was like, shit, well, you homies, I'm a homie, but I'm not from here, you know? And they were like, shit, we're riding. And I was like, bet.
We're what?
We're riding with you.
We're riding with you?
Yeah,
Right.
so from then, there was 3 of us. And there was about like 6 of them, of the Crips. And but they never fucked with us because they knew we had each other's back. See, them, they would just walk around by themselves and do whatever. But us, we stick together because we're all we have in there, you know? So, but I was in there for about 3 months. And it's fucked up because I was just waiting for Pueblo to pick me up. And Pueblo took that long to pick me up.
Like the Pueblo Police Department?
Yeah, Pueblo Police, Pueblo County.
Mm-hmm.
I waited 3 months for them to pick me up. And I went to PYC and I got out the next day.
Holy shit.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh yeah, time served, get out.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, oh, that's bullshit, you know? So I ended up getting out. And then probably about like 4 or 5 months later, my little niece had told me that her boyfriend was beating her up pretty bad, you know? And mind you, she's like 15 and this homie's like 21.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm just like already pissed about that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go to his house and I knock on his door. And it's just his little brother, his 2 little brothers. And I was like, hey, what's up? Is my friend Tyler here? You know, that's what his name was. And I don't remember what his name was. I think his brother's name was Tyler. But I was like, hey, are they here? And he was just like, no, they ain't. But they knew because I just had that look, you know? And then you see somebody like me coming up. And
what do you mean like you?
like, you know what I mean? Like I look like a gangster, you know what I'm saying? I was back then, I was fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back then I was just wilding.
Mm-hmm.
So I knocked once, they told me no, and I wasn't taking that for an answer. So I went back and I kicked the door. And I ended up getting a burglary charge for that. And then the older brother, he tried to like fight with me, so I pistol whipped him.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, and it just turned into a big ass deal, you know what I mean? And then I ended up I ended up leaving the scene from there. And I thought I was cool, you know? Like, I was like, I always think that people are street like me and they're going to keep it hood and I'll call the cops.
Mm-hmm.
I thought them folks were just going to come, like, try to come get back at me, you know? But no, they called the cops. And the funny thing about it was I didn't know nothing about it until about 3 months later. My PO was like, hey, come in, let's get you off probation, yada, 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 you know, just fucking buttering me up and, you know what I mean? So I went there and next thing you know, like 7, 8 deputies pull up on me as soon as I get into the office to tell him that I was there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, Flavio said you have 6 warrants, felony warrants. I'm like, what the fuck, for what? And they're like burglary, burglary, assault with a deadly weapon, all kinds of shit. And I was just like, oh, you fools are fucking tripping, you know? I was like, that ain't me. And then it was funny because at that time I was like a little bit bigger than what I am now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, I said you're about 200 pounds. I was like, that ain't fucking me. Look how fucking big I am. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it was just funny. But I ended up going to jail for about a month, and I bonded out on a $50,000 bond. And yeah, I ended up bonding out and got put on house arrest for about a year and a half. And then
How old were you at this point?
I was 18 at this
18.
point. So if I was prepared to go to prison, because at that point I was just like, fuck, I'm going to prison, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up paying $15,000 for Joe Consilia for a lawyer, and he got me a good deal. He got me 8 years probation.
Shout out Joe, bro. I hear he be doing the most for his clients, bro.
No, yeah, he's real professional. You know,
Fuck
he's really good, bro. Like he really cared, you know, and he knew what he was doing. And that's the whole reason why I got him, because my public defender wasn't doing shit, bro. Like, my public defender see me about once the whole time I was in jail.
Yeah, they never do.
Yeah, and he was just telling me to take the fucking 12-year deal in DOC. I was like, well, you're fucking tripping, bro. This is the first time I've been in trouble as an adult. He's like, yeah, but you have a bad, what can I say? You have a bad childhood.
Like a history.
Yeah, a bad history, so they're not going to show you no love. And I was like, no, fuck you, you're fired. So I fired him, and we kind of got into it. And he's like, oh, you think you're going to get some better? I was like, shut up, you fucking public pretender. And he just, you know, and then he ended up telling that to the judge and shit. But the judge actually, he was like, yeah, he's like, well, you're on house arrest for a year and a half. That obviously shows that you kind of got your head out of your ass, you know. He's like, I'm going to give you a break. The DA came up with the 8-year probation deal, which is kind of fucked up because that's a long time to be on probation, but it's better than being in prison, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, so...
So you're still on probation?
I'm still on probation.
And you got it when you were 18?
I got it when I was 18, so I'm 21 now.
26?
So, yeah, I'm 26, but I'm eligible to get off next year.
Oh, wow. Hell yeah.
Because it's half the time.
Wow.
So, and the thing is, yeah, I'm about to get off, but my brother had made a music video about, I would say, when did we drop it? We dropped it in April.
Cocaine.
Yeah, and it got about like 50,000 views.
Fuck yeah.
And the feds got a hold of it, and they raided us, bro. And we don't know what's going on. Like, we don't know if they're going to come with charges or whatever, but we're still waiting on our indictments.
It's still ongoing.
Yeah, it's still
ongoing.
Holy
fuck.
Yeah,
what was in the music video, I think, that tipped him off?
Mostly just talking about just, you know, hustling in the streets and shit, you know, but there was no guns. There was money in it. I had about like $30,000 in it, but other than that, not enough, you know. But they used, because we did the music video at my apartment, and they used that enough to raid my house, you know.
Wow.
But, like, you know, I won't say what was in there, but it wasn't even my apartment. I never signed a lease there or nothing, you know. It was just, I was there sometimes. Ended up raiding it, and they told me they were going to be back in 3 weeks with my indictment that I was looking at 20 years federal prison. That's what the DEA officer told me. And I told him, you know, like, fuck you. Take me right now, motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I told him, you got any questions, you can ask my lawyer. And next thing you know, he's coming down with one of my hoodies, puts it on me, uncuffs me. He's like, I'll be back for you and your brother in 3 weeks. And it's been about like 9 months. I haven't heard nothing. I got a lawyer, and he told me there's nothing he can do because I haven't been charged with nothing.
Wow.
I mean, it's either one, they fucked up, they don't have nothing, or two, I'm part of a big ass RICO, and I'm probably gonna get sweeped with like 100 fools, you know. So we'll just see what goes on. You know what I mean?
Are you scared?
Nah.
You're not scared?
No, because I know what I signed up for. You know, that's the biggest thing is a lot of homies get into shit and they don't know what they're signing up for, and that's the biggest thing is you can't be a snitch, because if you're a snitch or a chomo, which is a child molester, it's no good for you. You're gonna die in prison.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. What's worse, being a snitch or being a child molester?
Both. I hold them to the same.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
You're a child molester. You're a piece of shit. You're a rat. You're a piece of shit. You know.
Getting back to the music video, did they say how they came across it?
Oh, so yeah. Actually, I have a picture of the thing, of the warrant that they sent me.
Yeah.
Or like the papers they left at the house, and they just say that they came across a video on YouTube platform, and then they just took a screenshot of it, and that's pretty much saying that was pretty much the reason why they raided us for that. Right there, look.
You mind if I read it out loud?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So for the people that are not watching this, I just got a sheet of paper handed to me with Thravi's, I guess it's what
affidavit.
Affidavit. Okay. I won't say the location.
It's kind of hard to read.
Yeah, the subject premises is located near... No. Okay, so the first photograph of the apartment complex was captured with a publicly available music video titled Hood Prayer, in which Flavio, Cesedo, and Perfecto appear. The video is available publicly on YouTube platform, and your... Damn, what the fuck is that word?
Affiliate or something.
And your affiliate was able to capture a screenshot. The second photograph was captured from body camera footage by a Pueblo Police Department patrol officer, in which Flavio is visible with an unidentified male. Wow, that's intense, man. For them to show you a photo of yourself.
Yeah, bro. And then, like, the crazy thing is like the next picture I'm about to show you is the actual warrant. And the crazy thing is it's the United States District Court, which is already federal. So it's not state. Federal time is totally different from state time, you know?
Wow.
Federal's like the big boy shit, you know? But the code is 21 USC 841A1, which is conspiracy to sell drugs. And then number 846 was just a distribution charge or whatever. DEA task force, Daniel Garcia, yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? But, I mean, I haven't heard nothing from nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my probation hasn't even been provoked or nothing. Like, they're about to let me off, you know? So.
Wow, yeah. You know, hopefully they made a mistake.
Yeah, not only that, not made a mistake, but, like, you know, like, they were just harassing us for music,
mm-hmm.
you know, and they kind of figured, like, we really don't have nothing on them.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, what's that called? The hip-hop police. You know, that's
real. Yeah, and the thing
cities.
about it, bro, is just, like, they don't like to see rappers do good,
mm-hmm.
you know, especially because the message that we're pushing.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to have to try harder than that. You know
wow.
what I mean?
Yeah. Wow. So, you really, deep down, you're not, like, scared at all.
Deep down, people die in federal prison. You know, people don't fight in there. They stab each other. And the thing about it, bro, is, like, yeah, of course, it kind of affects me every day. Like, I wonder if the days are going to come for me. But at the same time, bro, it's like, I could never be a rat. And I will never be a rat,
mm-hmm.
you know? And that's the reason why I share it with people. Because I ain't hiding nothing. That's why me and Go Get It made a song called Hurt They Feeling, you know, fuck the feds. You know what I mean? And I made a song called Come Get Me, because I told me, you know, come get me, you know?
Damn.
And you know, it's pretty, the message is pretty clear. Like, I'm not going to rap. And if you have anything on me, I'm going to take my bid. I'm going to get out, my face card's going to be good. I'm going to get out with my respect. And homies will never be able to call me a rat. You know what I mean? And I won't hide that. Anybody wants to call me a rat, they could come look at these papers, and if you still feel like I'm a rat, then you could try to beat me up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it won't happen.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like if that was in me, man, I feel like if that was me, I feel like, you know, I guess being an unaffiliated person, most people think of prison as like it's over after you go to prison, you know, like it's going to be harder to find a job. It's going to be harder to...
And it already is harder for me to find a job because I'm a felon. You know what I mean? So, but the biggest thing, bro, is like, I don't expect for a person like you to live the way I am and not be a rat. And not saying that you're a rat, but I'm just saying I don't expect for you not to snitch because you don't live by what I live by,
mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I don't get about other people is they go attack somebody. Like the people that snitched on me, I'm not like, oh, that fool's a fucking rat, but I can't do that because you can't expect that from somebody that's not a gangster. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing about it is people are out here calling people rats and shit, but how are you expecting for somebody that's a law-abiding citizen not to snitch and call the cops? You
mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you're supposed to do. But for me, I don't do that. I handle shit my way, just like me and my homies do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that people don't, like I said, people don't look at different aspects. They just look at the way they see it, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Your tattoos on your body, do they have any gang meanings, or are they just, what do they mean?
Yeah, this W is just from when I was raised, like in the West Side and shit. But
would you mind just like going to the camera?
Oh yeah.
For sure. Just like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like this one 719 is just obviously from where I'm from,
mm-hmm.
and then this teardrop is for some homies that I lost. that died, gang affiliation or lost to the system, and some other shit, but I can't say it on camera, obviously. But, and then just like, I have a lot of tattoos. There's nothing else matters. It's actually a car club that I joined when I was like 14 years old, because I had a Monte Carlo when I was 14 years old, 15 years old, 16, somewhere around there. I don't remember, bro. But I actually joined this car club, and I'm probably like one of the last members left.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We were actually pretty deep. We were like about a little 40, 30 deep. And then the vice president, rest in peace to my brother Snacks, he ended up passing away, and shit just went left for the whole car club. Everybody just went to different car clubs, or there was beef inside the car club, And to be quite frank, I don't really talk to nobody from that car club no more, but I still rep it because that's who I was. You know what I mean? And that's I put it on my body. You know what I mean? Shit, I'll be the last member left if that's what it comes to,
Yeah. Wow.
And then just like other shit, like life goes on. I have a lot of my shit is just to show people where I'm from. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah. But when you do time, they inspect all your tattoos, huh?
Oh yeah. I actually have a homie that just got out the feds. My OG J Loco, and I told him what was going on. I say, hey homie, I need some clutch out from you. And I mean, clutch out means just like some like knowledge, I was like, I need some clutch out from you, homie. Like, how's it in the feds? He's like, shit, as soon as you get on that bus, you get off that bus and the homies walk up to you. They tell you take your shirt off, see what tattoos you are, and ask for your paperwork. Make sure you ain't a rat. Make sure you ain't a child molester. And they just make sure you are who you say you are, type shit. And they see, and then if you don't gangbang, I mean, obviously if you gangbang, you got to ride with, the gang you're riding with. But if you don't gangbang, the feds is so big, bro. It's a U.S. penitentiary. So that means that because state time is just your state. You're doing time with people just from your state. But if you're doing federal, you get shipped off to somewhere with people around the country. You can have people from Tennessee. You got people from New York, people from California, and they're just all there. But if you don't gangbang, then you just ride with your state or the surrounding areas. So say like I'm from Colorado, but I don't gangbang. Then you're going to chill with people from the Midwest or Colorado,
Yeah.
But if it's just like that, you know what I mean?
It's crazy. You say that on TV, it seems like, it's so separated by race and color.
And the thing is it kind of is, like that's that's how it kind of is, because like in Colorado there's Mexican bloods, and a lot of them, they will chill with the colored homies, but a lot of the colored homies don't accept them, because they say you're Mexican, you can't be bloods,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then the bloods, because the Mexicans, they actually have a lot of bloods in Denver, and there's some down here. I know a lot of Mexican bloods. I actually have some family that are Mexican bloods, but yeah. So they ride with them, but sometimes they ride with the homies just because it's Mexican, And I mean, of course, they ride under us, but Sureños run everything.
Really?
Yeah, in the feds and in prison.
Really? Wow. What about like MS-13? So
MS-13 is there's this little group called La M, and that's we all rep the 13 because that's the 13th letter in the alphabet is M.
Oh. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I probably knew that. I fucking could have done the math, but I didn't know that off the top of my head.
So we all ride for the 13 and MS-13. Actually, I actually know a homie I know a couple homies from MS-13. Shout out to my homie Tejano and Listo, and a couple other homies from MS. But yeah, they ride under. We ride with them too. Sureños ride with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So you would say that your lifestyle basically shapes your music and your sound at this point in your life?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
At any point in your life, do you see?
And the biggest.
Sorry,
No, you're good. The biggest thing, bro, is like the thing about my music is I add the same message that the older homies are saying, but I do it in a new way. So the way me and Go Getter are doing it is like a new way of doing it. So either they embrace it or they hate on it, but either way, we're still gonna do it. Because that's who we are.
Like the new sound of rap you guys are putting out.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the same message, just different, the different way of saying it.
Oh yeah.
And different beats, of course, because a lot of Chicano rap were like of homie rap, which I like to call like the homie rap, is like it's like that older California type beats, you know.
Oh yeah.
And like the one Hurt They Feelings, the one that I showed you is more of like a Detroit type beat, you know.
Yep.
But it's just more of like more of like an energy type beat, so that's why we do it on that kind of beat, you know.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, and that song "Hurt They Feelings," dude, is so fire.
Oh fuck,
I
yeah,
really
man.
enjoy that song.
Hell yeah, bro. It's gonna be dropping on Line B soon, so I already know it's gonna do numbers.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I told Go Getter this, but when you guys dropped that mixtape Activated,
Yeah.
I know I definitely was in my room, bro, like fucking peeping that whole tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's fire.
Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate it.
Fuck yeah.
A lot of those songs are like really like Gutter My Life on that. That one is literally talking about, you know, I say in it, I never learned cursive in school, but I learned to pack a tool, you know. And, you know, people, I talk about my close ones shooting their veins, doing drugs, you know, just as about what we go through, you know. And then Hurt They Feelings is the gangbanging shit, is what the life we live, you know. And then Activated, of course, just more of the gangbanging shit. But Go Get It definitely is probably one of the best artists I've ever met. Yeah,
and he had a quick come up too, man. He said he's a newer artist.
Oh yeah, he started. I was doing it for like 3 months before he was the one that was pushing me to do it. You know, because it was crazy, bro. I never met somebody that I would put one of my songs on in the car and he was rapping the whole fucking thing. You know, he's sitting there like, I'm just looking at him like, damn fool, you memorized that? He's like, this shit's fire as fuck. And he knows a lot of unreleased shit because as soon as I'm done recording, I send that shit to him, you know, because I want to know his opinion. And sometimes he's like, yeah, that ain't it, my boy, you know. And I'm just like, I appreciate that because a real friend's gonna tell you.
Facts.
So a real friend's gonna tell you whether it's good or not. You know, what kind of friend are you if you're gonna let him release some junk ass shit, you know?
For real. Most people will do that,
and they will, because you know, I don't know why, but I'm the same way, bro. If I really don't fuck with your music, because there's a lot of artists in Pueblo, you know, that they're cool as a person, but they shouldn't be making music because it's not good. You know,
talk about it.
You know what I mean? And
who's the top 3 in Pueblo right now, other than you, obviously?
My brother, for sure, and then second, I would say Still City Hustlers. Still City Hustlers, for sure. And that's just because, and I would say Go Get It, but Go Get It, I've kind of put him with me, you know, like me and him are a thing together, you know. We want to start a record label, so I'm not gonna say Go Get It, but he would be my top, you know. But Still City Hustlers, just because they've been putting their message out for a minute, and I've been bumping them for a minute, you know. So Still City Hustlers second, and then third. There's just so many good artists here, you know. But third, I would say, damn, it's that hard, bro.
For real?
Yeah. Third, I actually know this one. I don't know if you know who he is, but he goes by Most High.
Oh yeah.
And Most High is really, bro, like he's one of those ones that are, I don't know why the fuck he hasn't blown up yet, you know.
Really?
Because Most High, bro, like I listen to his music and it's just, you know, it's really good, bro. Like the message he has and shit. And I actually have a couple of songs of Most High, but I never released them because I didn't like the way they came out. So
really,
yeah. So
yeah,
not about like the engineering or anything like that, but just I thought I could have did better, you know.
Yeah, I have heard of Most High. Actually, I've heard of all those guys, but you know, you're not the first person to say Most High is one of the top 3 in Pueblo.
Yeah,
a lot of people have said that.
Yeah, and then
on this
you know,
platform.
like I would say my homie Bird.
I know Bird.
Yeah, Bird's really good, bro. Bird, and then this homie I know, his name's Michael Shorts, and he's really good. He don't release no music, bro.
Oh really?
I don't know why he don't release no music, but he's good, bro. Like, yeah, he's good.
Damn, yeah, you gotta tell him to get in the studio with you,
bro. No, we tell him. Everybody's told him in his whole life, but he's just one of those people where I think he makes music just solely just to vent, you know. So he doesn't care about the music like that, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, maybe one day he will.
Yeah. I hope he does.
He'll have all
because that's a lot of talent.
Fuck
you know?
Yeah. Who's
and Prophet's really good too.
Prophet?
My homie Prophet, yeah. He's really good.
Shout out Prophet. I haven't heard of him, but you know, put me onto him.
Yeah, he actually has a song on my brother, a couple of songs you should check out. One's called Damaged. It's at about like 20,000 views right now.
Oh fuck.
But it's really good, bro.
Hell yeah. So Blow Kane and Prophet.
Yep.
Damaged.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll peep that. Who are you listening to now?
So now,
outside of Pueblo,
yeah. Now, I listen to a lot of California rappers. Like, Um, just like actually a fool that I did a song with. His name's Swifty Blue. I listen to a lot of him. Chito Ranas. A lot of people don't really know these people. I mean, a lot of the homies do, but a lot of people don't know them because they don't. I mean, they're big, of course, out there, but not here because nobody really, you know. But Chito Ranas, and then I would say like Memo the Mafioso, and just like that. Like, those are really the music I kind of try to aim at to try to make, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah. So you're not bumping like any like Drake or Kanye or nothing like that?
So like the thing about me is I really do appreciate music, and Kanye is definitely like a fucking god in music. I think so, but not saying like that. He's like I bump him and shit, but he paved the way for a lot of shit, you know, for like that other kind of rap, you know.
Oh yeah.
And same with Drake. Like I admit Drake's the best artist in the world, but that's just because ain't nobody selling more records than him. There ain't nobody selling out shows like him. You know, and he has good songs, but it's just not something I would bump. You know,
wow.
I mean, maybe if I'm in my feelings or something,
yeah,
a bitch
chilling
or
with the
something,
girl,
you know?
yeah. Hell yeah.
But yeah.
So you got no opinion on Donda versus Certified Lover Boy?
Actually, I do. I thought Kanye's album was weird.
Really?
Yeah, like but it's just you have to be like a different type of person. Or what would you call like somebody like an antisocial person?
Yeah.
Kind of like that to understand his music, you know, because that's kind of what he is. But I won't say it's bad, but it's just something I wouldn't bump. But like I understand the message he's trying to get to. But Certified Lover Boy is definitely an album that's gonna do way better because he's making music that for these bitches to shake their ass, and he's making music for songs to be bumped in the club, you know, and like, you know, and a lot of people like songs that get you in your feelings, you know, like a Rod Wave, bro, like. And look at like Murray.
Oh yeah.
You know, they make songs, and Murray's really good, bro. He's the top artist in my book. Like I'll bump him. You know?
Yeah, no, he's really good.
And you know, Broadwave, I'll bump him too. Kevin Gates, Young Mo, just like a lot of different. I'm definitely a music fan.
Young Mo recently passed away, right?
No.
Oh, I'm thinking Mo 3. I think.
Yeah, you're thinking of Mo 3 is really good too. I fuck with Mo 3. You know, Young Mo's actually shout out to Young Mo. My brother actually has a feature with him.
Oh really?
Yeah. Shout out to Young Mo and
hey.
Yep, and the homie called Young Squad Rue. That's his brother, you know. And we flew him out here.
Oh really?
Yeah, they did a song, a couple of songs together in a video and shit. We're about to fly out there to Virginia to finish it.
Virginia?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So that's where they're from.
That's where Bernie Sanders is from.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's funny. I forgot he's alive.
Oh wait. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's crazy. I thought he was gonna be president, but anyways, long story short, we're about to fly out there and go finish some music with them, and I think that will open a lot up for my brother because the music he makes is totally different from my music. You know, he makes that music that people feel like get you in your feelings, and my brother's really talented.
Really? You sing too, right?
Yeah. I have some songs where I be like singing and shit, but a lot of those songs I don't want to release because that's just like some personal shit, you know. That's some shit that I'd vent to, but like songs like that I'll release. There's some songs, of course, that I'm gonna be able to release, but I know I've only released one EP and about like 3 singles, so I have like about 60 songs, bro. You know, so
yeah, just stuck in the in the vault.
Yep.
Hell yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to have a little vault stash always.
Oh yeah, then like, cause I'll show some people songs and they'll be like, bro, this shit's sick, you know, and just. There's always a time to release something because I feel like if you release as an artist, if you're not big yet and you just keep releasing music, it's just gonna sit there, you know. So you gotta get your fan base up, and then then you start dropping the fire. For
sure, yeah. What do you think differentiates you from like other artists your age?
So the biggest thing, bro, is I like everything I'm doing as an artist is it's different, bro, because a lot of artists my age don't take it serious, and they're not investing in themselves or investing in the craft that they're doing. You know, like I'm talking about like buying the beat, leasing the beat, having the best camera guy, having the best studio. Like I understand everybody don't have money like that, but you know, if you really want to take this shit serious, bro, it costs money. Oh yeah, and you gotta pay to play.
So you think that's what separates you, is that you're not afraid to put the money behind yourself?
Yeah, and not only that, but the biggest thing, bro, is like the message. A lot of people my age don't have a message behind their songs, you know. They're just talking about like fucking bitches and
getting money
and doing this, doing that, you know. And it's just like, I mean, I say some shit like that sometimes, but who don't? You know what I mean? That's and then a lot of the times that's what people want to hear. That's what sells. You know what I'm saying? So you got to kind of put it in with the message you're trying to say sometimes. But other than that, like, and then a lot of times, bros, you know, a lot of these people make music and think they're gonna be the next Drake or the next Kanye or just trying to say like a big name, you know. And then, bro, like the chances of you blowing up in this game is slim to none, you know. And once you figure out, if you're trying to make music just to blow up, it ain't gonna work, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's just people, like you said earlier, the ones that only make the music just to vent or to have a message for their people or music for their people are the ones that blow, you know? So, like, look at Murray, bro. When he dropped Quicksand, I watched that when it was at like 25,000 views.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, he dropped Quicksand and it was at like 25,000 views. And I showed my brother, or my brother showed me, I was like, bro, this fool's gonna be good. Like, he's gonna blow up. And I listened to it like for like a week, and you know, you just kind of just lose the song after a while. And I came back to it and it was at like 30 million. And I was like, damn, this fool blew up.
Fuck yeah. And that video, just him in front of his like
and he's in the projects, bro. Yeah. That's the projects. You could tell that's the projects when you have a lot of low class people just chilling on doorsteps and shit, you know, like, and it blew up because it's genuine. You know, it's genuine and he's not faking nothing, you know. He's having a good time with the people he loves in the city where he's from.
Fuck yeah. I think that's, people gravitate to something they can relate to and something that's and the real tangible shit. To them and real, and
something they can relate on. So if you don't make music that nobody can relate to, it's kind of hard to blow up, you know.
Facts.
But the world is so big, bro. There's somebody that's gonna relate to your music, whether if your shit's trash, it's been probably some trash ass people. You know what I mean?
That's funny. Oh man, but no, you're definitely right. There is a little corner for everybody.
Yeah, always, and that's the thing, bro. Is me being so young, bro. It's kind of me being put in the situation where I had to survive by myself, you know, or like with my brother and shit. Is I found myself at a young age, and a lot of these people don't find themselves till they're older, you know. So, like I say, bro, like a lot of people a lot of people start on something and they'll just drop it and pick up on something else, you know. And the thing about me is I probably will never drop this. I probably will always make music even if I don't blow up, you know.
Fuck yeah. That's the mindset you gotta have for anything. For any type of business, you gotta be like, I'll do this whether I have no customers, you know. I enjoy it
because you're believing in your dream, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of how it is with me in this podcast, man. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if no one watches. I'll interview a bum down the street.
Yeah, and the thing is, bro, is you have people like me who, because when I first seen this, I didn't even know until that show that we did.
Out the box.
Yeah, and Go Get It hit me up. He was like, hey, bro, this homie wants to do a podcast with us. And I was like, oh, yeah, for real? I was like, he's like, look it up. And I looked it up, and I swear I watched like the first, because you didn't have too much videos up yet. I think you only had like 4, but I watched all 4. And like they're like about an hour long, and I watched all 4.
Damn, mad love, bro. Thank you for that. Yeah, and they were shit at first. They were ass.
And it's like not only that, but it's just like you know, I was just like, damn, like he's actually asking the questions, because, bro, I've seen some interviews and they're like, do you know who Quando Rondo is, or do you yeah, or
what the fuck, all
like,
random.
Yeah, and it's just like that has nothing to do with him.
Yeah,
you know, like why the fuck would you ask him that?
Yeah,
you know, like or. Did you do drugs as a kid, or, you know, like, or, I mean, like, if they're going to say it, yeah, I mean, but, or just stupid shit, bro, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and then to Go Get It was like, he wants to do an interview, and I was just like, shit, let's do it. But, you know, my daughter ended up passing away, and,
I'm so sorry to hear that, bro. I'm so sorry.
I was actually, kind of fucked me up, you know what I mean? And
yeah, I can imagine.
I've been kind of unmotivated since then to even do this music shit, because life is just kind of hitting me right now. But at the same time, my videographer, shout out to Video Visuals, Daniel Howard, he's just like, hey, bro, like, you're too talented just to not keep going. He's like, I believe in you. And it kind of got me out of that mood, so I'm going to the studio on Wednesday to chase my dreams, you know?
Yeah. You know, that's all it takes is for someone that you enjoy their content, or you look up to them and they're like, hey, man, I see it in you even when you don't see it in yourself.
Yeah, and that's the thing, bro, is like, with Daniel is, I didn't really like my music at first, and then Daniel was telling me that it was good and that he wanted to do videos for me and shit. And then Go Get It really pushed me. Like, Go Get It was when I seen him rapping a song that I did, like memorizing it, I was like, damn, like that's love. You know?
Yeah.
And the thing about Go Getter is like he's just not a homie for music. I grew up with Go Getter. Actually, the first day I met him, we were gonna fight because I walked into class. I think it was 6th grade, and you know he's just this biggest dude in there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like the second biggest dude in there. I'm like, this my classroom, fool. You know. And
Yeah.
You know, but no, we ended up getting along, and we share kind of the same story. You know, like we're from the ghetto. We grew up on our own, and we kicked it a lot as kids. You know, kicked up a lot of dust. You know, we were in the sandbox together a lot. So, and then we always related to each other. You know, we fell off for a little bit, but the love was always there. You know, like you see one of your good friends, and you don't see him for a minute, but you see him again, and it's just like the same love. You know.
Yeah, you just pick up right where you guys left off.
Yeah, but this music shit really brought us closer.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I had my short conversation with Go Getter, you know, he seems like he wasn't expecting, like you said, he wasn't expecting all the love that he got, and he wasn't expecting that people would actually support him, you know?
Yeah.
Because growing up in Pueblo, it seems like if they're not telling you good job, they're fucking talking shit behind your back.
Yeah, and
you know?
And like that's the thing, bro. Is I told him because he's like, a lot of fools hate me down here, and I'm just like, bro, you gotta understand, is there's gonna be a lot of support, bro, but you gotta get it out there, you know. And I was like, bro, I'll tell you right now because I've done music reviews with Daniel Maines at his studio.
Yeah, shout out Daniel.
Yeah, shout out Daniel. That's a good homie. He's actually doing a lot for the Pueblo scene. I really appreciate it, you know, even having us out there. But we was doing music reviews and people were sending music, bro, and I was like, this shit is ass, you know, like I rate this shit a 2, you know.
I do.
Yeah, and he you know, Daniel was like, fuck, bro, like
don't be so harsh.
Yeah, and I'm just like, bro, I told you, I hurt feelings, you know. And it's not that I hurt feelings. It's just that, you know, I would want somebody to rate me the way they think, you know.
Totally.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm biased and everybody's shit is ass, because there was some really good artists on there. And even if I don't like that genre of music, if it's mixed and mastered good, if it sounds good, the cadence is good, I'm gonna say, yeah, this shit's good, you know. Like I could see, if I was a hippie, I could be bumping that shit, you know. But other than that, there was some rap shit that I got sent. I couldn't remember the artist, but just wasn't it, bro. And you know, I'm not gonna sit there and lie. That's just what I think, you know.
Definitely. Yeah, I could definitely see you as a hippie. You got hippie vibes.
Yeah, and the thing about it, bro, is it's crazy because my auntie, she's Native American. She's like really hippie, and
really?
I kind of grew up with her and her kids a lot, and they're kind of like really hippie-ish, you know.
Yeah.
But they're cool as fuck, bro. Hippies are cool as hell, bro. The only thing that sucks is they smell like gun arms. But you know what I mean? Like, they're cool, bro. Like, they're down to earth people, bro. They really understand. You know, they're from different walks of life as well, too. You know.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I am Native American, and I grew up around a lot of Native Americans too. You know.
Shout out to Native Americans, bro.
Fuck
you
yeah.
Know, this is their land.
Facts. You heard it here first, folks. Huh?
Yeah.
No, but yeah, so it sounds like you had a lot of different like influences in your life, you know.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. The biggest thing for me is like a lot of people tell me like, damn, you have a hard life. And it's just like, why are you showing me pity? You know what I mean? Like, don't do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, this shit made me who I am. I think that's why I'm so strong, you know? And it's crazy because I've been through a lot of shit in my life, you know? And it really did make me who I am, and it didn't break me, obviously, you know? I mean, there's been times where I'm like, fuck this, I'm done, you know? But I just, you know, wake up every day and you get to it.
Fuck yeah, man. That's a beautiful mindset.
Yeah.
You got to have that mindset to take yourself from 0 to 100.
Yeah, and the thing about it, bro, is like, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and to, you know, your people and tell them like, oh, I wake up every day, like, let's get it. Because there's some days I wake up, I'm like, fuck this, I'm sleeping all day, you know? Like, I'm just like a regular person like everybody else, you know? Like, a lot of people, it's crazy, bro, because, like, I'll go to car shows, I'll go, even, like, we be pumping gas, me and Tiny be pumping gas, and people walk up, like, can we get a picture with you? Like, your music's tight. And we were out at the bowling alley, me and my lady, they're out at the bowling alley a couple of days ago for her nephew's birthday, and this little kid's like 10 years old getting gumball, and he's like, are you Blowcane and Thravi? And I was just like, no, I'm Thravi. And he's like, I like your music. And I was like, damn, how old are you? He's like, I'm 10. And I'm just like, it's crazy to me because I have people that young looking up to me, so I gotta steer them in the right direction, you know. And I'm just like a regular person like everybody else, bro, you know. Like, that's one thing about a lot of these fools. They get a little bit of clout and they just think they're better, and they, you know, like, and the thing about it is like, I post a lot of my highlights on social media, you know, but the thing is, bro, is like, I don't really like social media, bro, because that's people's highlights of their life, you know. Mm-hmm. They're not showing all the bad shit they go through, you know. So once you start comparing your life to somebody else's life, or their social media life is what I'm saying, you know, it's not going to be as good. But I think social media kills people's joy, you know. So I'm just like a regular person like everybody else. I grieve, I go through shit, you know what I mean. I handle it better because I've been through so much shit. But that's why I understand people so much, you know.
Definitely. What's in your near future? What do you got coming up?
Actually, I have this Hurt They Feelings dropping on Latin Beats, which is gonna get a lot of play. But I actually have a video with Swifty Blue and Lil Travieso. Lil Travieso's from Springs. He has a hit song called Thuggin'. It just hit 1 million views, and you know, it was kind of weird because he ended up coming up there with us to Cali with the video guy, with Daniel. Mm-hmm. And I told him, I was like, hey, fool, I want you on this song, you know? And I was like, how much would you charge me? Because, you know, I'll pay somebody, you know? I mean, if it's not ridiculous, but, you know, I pay for their talent, you know? And then after a while, you know, but he's just like, I'll do that shit for free. You're dope as fuck. And I was like, bet. And it was crazy because I went to the studio with Swifty Blue. I paid this fool like 3 months before I even went out to Cali. And we go to the studio, and it's just a song with me and Swifty. And Travieso is like, hey, Thravi, let me hop on that. Because his name's Travieso, my name's Travieso.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, his name's Travieso, my name's Travieso. He's from, shout out to Parkside Audio in Springs. But he's from Springs, and his hood name's Lil Travieso, my hood name's Lil Travieso. And
what does Travieso mean?
So it's just like a little shit, you know, like a little crazy little one, you know? Mm-hmm. But anyways, we were in the studio and I was doing that shit, and he's like, hey, can I hop on that? And I was like, shh. Kind of got honored, you know, like he's kind of, you know,
yeah.
For him to say that my music was good, it was kind of dope, you know. So he ended up getting on it, and then we weren't even gonna do a video, and Swifty was like, let's do a video, and I was like, bet, let's do a video. So we ended up doing a video and shit. We ended up going out to Cali doing it in Swifty's hood. Wow. And it was crazy because after we did the video, we got rolled up on by like 12 sheriffs, bro. Threw us out the car, was about to write us tickets for having bandanas out and shit, because you can't flag in California.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it was just crazy because all of us were on probation. Travieso was on bond, Daniel was on probation, I'm on probation, and I'm just like, fuck, I'm going to jail in California, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And but they let us go because we didn't have nothing, you know. They just kind of just knew we were making music and shit. But yeah, but then I have that come in, and like I said, I have like 60 songs, so I'm just really waiting for my time to come to start dropping shit, you know.
Hell yeah. It'll come, man. You know, patience. What is it? They say, like, I don't even know. With patience, you know, good things come to those who wait.
Yeah.
You can't just put all your shit out there and expect it to go.
Yeah, and that's the thing, bro. Is like, is a lot of people will do that and they don't blow up, and then they get discouraged, and then they stop making music, you know. Mm-hmm. And the thing about me, bro, is like a lot of people tell me like, when are you gonna release more music? When are you gonna release more music? And it's just like, it's not that I'm slacking. It's just that certain shit has to fall into place for something to fall, you know. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of just waiting. Everything has to be perfect to me. Like, the video has to be perfect. The song has to be perfect, you know. Like, as long as I know I'm releasing something that I thought was absolutely perfect, then I'm fine, whether it blows up or not, you know.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever think, you know, that could get in the way? They say perfection is the fucking opponent of success. Like,
yeah.
If you're too worried about being
and the thing about it is I like to perfect it, but I will still release it, you know. Like, there will be some times when people are too perfect, and then I'm like, I'm not releasing it because it's not good enough. Mm-hmm. But no, because I think if you're you know, if you're really trying to perfect something and you go at it all the time, it's gonna get done. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's with anything, because you look at artists' songs from when their first songs to their last songs, and they're totally better. You know, mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, bro. I look at even Drake. Look at his first songs compared to the songs now; they're just totally different.
Oh yeah,
better. You know, and practice makes perfect.
Mm-hmm. Wow, hell yeah. Do you have anything you want to say to anyone? Any shout outs?
Yeah, just a quick shout out to like I said, Daniel Howard.
Yay. Shout out, Daniel.
Yeah.
I want to get you on the show, brother.
Yeah, let's get him on there. And then I want to say shout out to Go Get It for show.
For sure, mad love to Go
Get It. Yeah, shout out Blow Kane, Still City Hustlers, and all my fans and supporters. You know, like it's crazy. Like I said, it's crazy. We went to a lowrider show in Springs, and there was like a group of kids, and they're, "Are you Thravi? Can I take a picture with you?" And it's just crazy to me.
In Springs.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And it's crazy to me because like you know, I'm just like, damn, these fools really think I'm like somebody, you know. And it's just crazy to me. So, but like I said, we have a lot of shit coming, so just stay tuned. And I appreciate you for having me on the show, bro.
Of course, man. I appreciate you so much for your time, bro. Yeah. Fucking thanks for talking to me. Yeah, mad love, Thravi. Thanks so much. Hopefully this isn't gonna be the last time.
Oh no, I mean, we'll be here when this video is getting millions of views and when I'm getting millions of views. You know.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Facts. All right, guys. This has been Street Champs. Thanks so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Shout out Rocky Mountain Blaze. Peace.